Good morning everybody. If you have not already, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, ring that little bell, get notifications of my videos when I release them. That's normally about once a week at the moment. So today what we've been doing is we have been using that wire wheel there to clean the chassis, because what we're going to do at the moment, eventually it's all going to go for blasting. So we've been doing work on the axle and the wheels and the hubs. So I've been cleaning this, and as we can see, the weld's got a crack there and a crack there. This has been caused by this corrosion here. What happens is when it rusts, the rust expands and there's enough power in it to split the weld. So we're going to V that back out, try and get the grinder in here if we can, get this all opened up with a chisel. You see it's just started to crack here, but the front's still holding, so it's not too bad. But we're going to have to cut that off, get it all cleaned up inside and re-weld it back on. Not ideal. So yeah, being as the front's not too bad, I might at the moment. Look at the other side there, you can see the other side's blown completely. Oh dear. This is not good news, people, not good news, but we can fix it. So we can see here it's blown very badly, split that weld completely, and just there. So this side's even worse, that's awful. So what we need to do is get rid of this chassis. Oh gosh, this Range Rover chassis, we need to get rid of that. And then what we can do is lift the bed up, put the bed on the other trailer I've got, so it's just the 2 pins here, and take the cylinder off. And then we can start working on cutting these out and getting it all done properly. So I don't know whether to get it all blasted first, so it's nice and clean, and then get it blasted again and paint it, or just like do it and then all in one go. But I think it might be worth taking it all off, getting it all blasted individually, putting it back together, painting it. Do it once, do it right. And I got myself some maize yellow, which is RAL 1006. For the other people that don't know, and I painted my toe eye so you can see it. I'm going to give this a quick clean along here, and it's going to be quick. I mean, I'm just going to literally paint these bits that you can see easy, and the same on this side, give all that a clean. Just going to paint them blue, so that's going to be RAL 5002, I believe. And yeah, once I painted them, it will just be just to see what it looks like and tidy it up just in the short term until we get rid of that Range Rover chassis, and then yeah, get the bed off on the other trailer, get the chassis sorted out, and then we'll get it blasted and painted properly. Got my hubs back now from powder coating. I've cleaned up the threads in here, put my tap down there to give them a clean, give these a clean as well. And I've also cleaned out for the grease nipple. I've cleaned up where the bearing track fits on this side and the same on the other side. I sprayed some WD-40 in there. And had a test go on this one, so I've put the bearing track in, put the bearing in with some grease on it, and I put the seal in here. The reason I've done this one is because if that seal didn't fit, I still have the surface there to get the hub on the lathe, and it's got somewhere good for the jaws to grip on. This seal is, I think it's 5 thou bigger on the OD, but because they have like this rubbery membraney thing on them, don't really know what it's made out of, but yeah, it's like a rubber, so it's got a little bit of give in it. That's gone in nicely now, so all I need to do is get the old bearing track. I'm gonna grease a bit, all I need to do now is get the old bearing track, and then what I'm going to do is just grind a bit off the outside so that it just fits in here nice, and then I can put my new bearing in, the track that is, put the old track on top, and then get a big bit of whatever and put across the whole thing, and it will knock it in a lot easier than doing like I did with this one, where you put it in and then when it gets down in, you got to go around with a punch and just keep working it in a circle until you get it to seat down. So I'm going to do that probably next weekend. It's not a very long video, this one today, mainly because all I've been doing is wire wheeling the trailer and prepping it for paint, and then just putting a coat of blue paint on it, which we can see as well. So it's been a long day. It's not really great for filming content, but what I will show you is the air-fed mask I've got, which is really, really good. So this is my air-fed mask. What I've done is, because it's going to go back in the box because I'm not using it now for a couple of weeks, and I used it for the wire wheeling, and I also used it for the painting, is I've put some cling film across it just to keep it clean really, because cling film is pennies and them lenses are cheaper than losing your eyesight, but they're not the cheapest thing for the sake of putting a bit of cling film across it. Surprisingly, you can see out of it reasonably well. It's obviously not as good as not having it on there, but it is, you know, more than adequate for grinding and painting. So see there, it's got the hole for the air pipe to go in and a little bit of a guard that goes around your face. So as we can see, it's not too bad. And then I'll show you the pump. So this is the air pump. Basically behind here is a filter. It's got the on switch there. Press it once for slow, press it again and it goes faster. It's got a warning to tell you when the air filter's blocked, got a warning to tell you when the battery's going flat. And this here is the hose that connects to the mask. So yeah, because I've been playing around in the dirt, I've just wrapped that in cling film as well. Realistically, only this top bit would be getting dirty, because what I've done is I've put this on and then I've put my coat over the top of it, and I've had the pipe going up the back inside the coat. Two good things with that is it keeps the pipe up here somewhere, so that when you don't have the mask on, it's just put it on, nice and easy. And secondly, it keeps it very, very clean, as you can see, because I've had that on nearly all the day. And one other good thing is, when it's really, really cold, because it's inside the coat, it's not blasting 4 degrees or whatever the outside temperature is in your face. The only downside to that is, if you start sweating, obviously you can smell that then as well, which isn't the best, but you know, it is wherever you want to place the belt, either inside a coat or externally or whatever. But yeah, this just hooks on the back here through this little belt thing, and then it's got an adjustable belt which fits. And this tube is literally just twist it and it comes out, and that's it. So I can now take the cling film off, and that will be lovely and clean, ready to put back in the box till next time. So like I say, not a very long video this one. The content wasn't really great because of what it involved, just hours of wire wheeling really. But the wheels are now painted. The chassis has got a coat of light blue on it so that it looks presentable. We've got quite a lot of work to do. Going to go and see how much it is next week to get blasted, because as I was saying before, the corrosion between the chassis riser, or whatever you want to call it, it goes between the main chassis frame and the axle. That's really bad, so I need to ideally cut that off, take it to get blasted, do what needs doing to it, seal it all back up, repaint it. So we're going to get a price on that, otherwise it'll just going to be a case of, at the moment, cutting it off, doing what we need to do, and then painting it ourselves, really. And then, yeah, haven't decided yet if I'm going to put the brake back plates back on, only because I've now got to take it to bits again to do this repair to the axle. Gonna get the Range Rover chassis down the scrapyard, because that is really becoming a pain now, hindering progress. So we're going to pull the engine and gearbox out of that, we're going to drop the axles off it, and then the rest of it can go. So there'll be a little video on that, nothing spectacular, but yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you don't like the video, give us a thumbs down and let us know in the comments why you don't like it. We'll aim to make it better. If you do like the video, leave a comment, and yeah, hopefully we can have the trailer out and about on a couple of road runs this year. So new bearings will be going in the hubs next weekend. Then the hubs can go on, the trailer can be moved, the Range Rover chassis can come off, get cut up and go down the scrapyard. So that'll probably be a couple of weekends before we can do that, which will take us to that'll take us to the third weekend of February, and then the fourth weekend of February, the 26th I believe it is, we're going to Hawkstone International Motocross. So I'm really looking forward to that, and that should be a good day out. So if anyone wants to see any footage of that, I'll take the camera with me and we can film that too. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.